Hi, I'm Daniel Moznett with Cowboy Charcoal. Welcome to BAMA-Q Live. We have got another hot one for you today. We all love a great Louisiana seafood boil, but sometimes we don't have all that equipment in our backyard. So we're going to show you today how to do that right here on the pit barrel smoker. We take all of the normal ingredients that you love with your seafood boil, and spending some time down there with the great John Folse. Boy, he had some fantastic events where he put this on. It tasted so darn good. So we're trying to recreate it. You know, he really gave us a little bit of information about where these seafood boils came from and all the cultures that went into one pot and how it brought everybody together. So hopefully you guys can do this in your backyard, invite some friends and family over, and have a really great occasion because it's a classic recipe. We're just gonna put our little spin on it today. So what we have going right now, this takes about 30 minutes to cook, so we want to show you what it looks like. We've got all this great smoke rolling right over the top of our seafood boil, and you can see that we've got corn and shrimp and andouille sausage from the south. We've got scallops in there. We've got potatoes. Just a great little boil. It's all boiling in their own juices right there. We're gonna let that cook. That's probably gonna take another 15 minutes or so to cook. So I'm gonna show you the steps to get to where we are right now. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a barbecue safe foil pan. It'll say right on the bottom. You can see it says right on the bottom if it's oven safe or barbecue safe. Just make sure it's a barbecue safe pan. Then we're going to take some vegetables. Take corn. We've taken our corn and our potatoes. We've boiled them for just about 10 minutes. We don't want to get them soft. We just want to parboil them a little bit so they don't take as long to cook, and they'll all come out about the same temperature and the same time as the shrimp and the scallops. I think our smoke's getting to our cameraman up here. Look at all this smoke just billowing out from this pit barrel. Let's open this up a little bit so you guys can see what's going on as we cook it there. Okay, so what we have going now is we've got our corn. We just want to place our parboiled corn. We just cut it into little niblets, right? 3 pieces per corn. Just cut right down. We'll put a few of those in there. We'll see how much room we have later. Hopefully you get about 3 or 4 pans of all of this. We've got our multicolored potatoes. You could use larger potatoes and just cut them into quarters with a little bit of olive oil. But again, we want to parboil those separately for about 10 minutes. We want to just make them just a little bit soft. You just want to be able to squeeze them just a little bit, and then they'll continue to cook while they're on the barbecue. Okay? So we're just going to add about that many, and then we'll see how much room we have left. It's great to top that if we need to. The next thing we're gonna add is our andouille sausage, okay? You really wanna try to find andouille sausage. You can use any kind of sausage that you like. Andouille is the traditional sausage from the south, from Creole country. You can use anything you like, but this has a little bit better flavor. Again, we'll save a little bit of room. We're getting a little full as it is. Now, we've got a few secret ingredients. I like my food a little bit spicy. So we're gonna add a couple of jalapenos. This is not a Creole tradition, but it's my tradition, right? So we're gonna add a couple jalapenos right here. We like them, they're just gonna continue to roast all the way through. Okay, we're gonna cut them in half. I'm gonna leave the seeds in. I like it hot, okay? So we've got our jalapenos in there. Now we wanna put some garlic in there too. We're just gonna roast this whole. Just make sure you have a clean end, right? You just want to make sure that that's as clean as you can. Most of the roots are gone. All the dirt's rubbed off there. And we're just going to cut it right in half. Okay? Once that's cut in half, and put it right inside. Simple stuff, right? We're not doing anything that's complicated. Okay? Now, the next thing you need to do is make sure that you get yourself a nice Creole seasoning. You can use Old Bay. You can use Tony Chachere's that I'm using here. You can use any kind of Creole type seasoning. We're just gonna load it up. Load it up, guys. The more the merrier here. Okay? Step 2. This is probably not the healthiest part of the recipe. Boy, that seasoning will get you. Whew. Got a little bit of butter, a couple of sticks. Now to this you're gonna add hot sauce, okay? We're spicing this up a little bit today with truffled hot sauce. So we're gonna elevate our flavors even more. So we've got truffle flavors, we've got Creole flavors. We're gonna add about a cup of this hot sauce right to the butter. Yeah, a cup, you might as well just add the whole thing, right? We said we liked it hot. So We got about a 50-50 mixture there. Okay, we're gonna whisk this up. And this is our boil, right? This is what it's gonna boil. Now we're gonna render a lot of juices out of the food that we're cooking, the corn, the sausage, and the seafood that we put in. Boy, that's really boiling pretty good. You see inside there? That looks fantastic. Look at all of this. Look at all this, just getting some nice action here. We've got our hickory, chunks in there. That's bringing up the smoke and bringing up the temperature. Okay, a couple more steps here, guys. We're gonna add our prawns. Get big ones. I like that you can do it either way. I like to leave the tails on so they're easier to pick out and grab, because sometimes you just want to dump this right on a piece of newspaper, right? So I like to leave the tails on, and I like to leave some scallops whole. We've got nice, beautiful sea scallops. If you can see that through the smoke. We've got beautiful sea scallops here. They're really good size. So we're gonna leave those whole. You can cut them in half if you want them to go a little bit farther. They're expensive. So we're gonna add all of these pieces here. Once all these pieces are added, clean up our mess. Once all these pieces are added, then we're gonna drizzle just a little bit of butter. It's just a little butter, guys. Right over the top. Look at that. Okay. Doesn't that look good? Now, we want to toss the coat. A great thing about this recipe is you can do this a day ahead. You can have these all set. You can have this for a big dinner party. And you can have several trays of this. So when you're ready to eat, you just put it on. It takes about a half an hour to cook. You just put them on right as your guests are arriving. Have a nice party, enjoy yourselves, pull these out, and they're done, okay? And that's it. That's the whole recipe. If you want, you can add a little bit of your seasoning again right over the top. We like a nice bold flavor, so we're gonna add this seasoning right over the top. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice. Try to catch those seeds as they come through. We add a little bit of lemon juice in there as well. You can even plop the whole lemon in here if you like. Okay? That's it. Got a little bit more room and a few more sausage. Put those sausage right back on top. Guys, you've got your seafood boil. That's it. Simple as that. Easy stuff. Let's take a look at what we've got cooking in the barrel right now. Maybe we'll put this one on too. Slide this one up. That smells great. It really does. Pull this out here. Get our spoon and kind of toss it. You want to toss it maybe 3 times, 2 or 3 times while you're going. You can see all of that shrimp. That shrimp is cooked. You know that shrimp is cooked when they start to tuck up and they're nice and pink. Our corn that was sitting on top has got real nice caramelization around the edges. Look at that, it's all smoke caramelization of the sugar. We're getting that same caramelization of the sausage right there. Now you can cook this for a while. You can't, it's hard to overcook this stuff. The shrimp a little bit. If you're gonna let this sit for a while, guys, you may wanna add the shrimp a little bit later and then toss it through later. That's it, okay? Typically you want your grill to be about 270 degrees. This is running probably about 350, 400, so we're a little bit hot. We're gonna put this on right now. Let that go for about 10 minutes or so, and then we're gonna stir it up again. We'll show you what that looks like. So from here, any direction you wanna go. Now I'm gonna fancy it up just a little bit. We're gonna put it in a plate. See what it looks like here. We've got our corn, we've got our potatoes, and like I said, if you can't find andouille sausage, or you have a sausage that's your favorite, look at that garlic, right? Garlic. You can take that, you can spread it on some bread. Now there's a couple of tricks that I want to show you here as well, right as you're getting done. We've got our scallops. These scallops are cut in half. They were a little bit large. Okay. All right. That's about 1 bowl. That'll probably serve about 4 people or so. One more step that if you like to indulge a little bit, you can do. Slide our other over there. Now, you can take your crusty bread and just for the last couple of minutes on the grill, just toast a few of these pieces right down. Just set a few pieces there to toast. You can toast the whole thing. You can bake this off in the oven. All right, so now that you're getting your seafood pretty well plated, all right, we're gonna show you how to finish this off. I'm gonna move this one just for a couple of minutes. Give you a chance to see that a little bit more. Look at how good that looks as we're getting going. Okay, then we're gonna, another little trick for you is to take your bread. You want crusty bread. Take your bread, give yourself a slight dunk. And we're just gonna put that right in the grill. We're gonna let that toast for just a couple of minutes. Now, not everybody will want that, so you just want to do a couple. Let's say 4. The rest of them we'll just put on. We'll just put on the end like that. To top this off, you just want to add a little parsley. A little chopped parsley. Makes your presentation look nice. We'll add that. Kind of sprinkle right over the top. Just a little bit. A little bit of lemon juice. Lemon juice helps keep your flavors fresh. Make sure you always put something underneath it or cup your hand under so you don't get any of those seeds. You don't want those seeds there. You're just gonna hit that lemon juice right on the top. Okay. You can serve this with lemon wedges also. Get some of those seeds out of there. Put those lemon wedges right in the side. Potato in there. See how our bread's doing. Want to give that a little bit of a flip. Yeah, you can already see that starting to toast a little bit and get caramelized. So you might be asking what we cooked this over today. So today we cooked this over Cowboy oak and hickory lump charcoal. To the pit barrel, you really need about 4 pounds. That's at average use. If you're cooking something a little bit more, a little bit slower, a little bit more low and slow, you can add a little bit less and keep adding as you go. Pit barrel regulates itself really well. So as long as you adjust the air intake on the bottom, you can keep this thing going for hours. So we added oak and hickory, about 4 pounds of that. Then when that was done, we added about 2 pounds of pecan chunks and hickory chunks. You can see these hickory chunks right here. These hickory chunks, you saw the smoke a little bit earlier. These hickory chunks just bring a great amount of smoke, flavor, just doubles up on that hickory that's in the bag. Makes your flavors just taste great. You get a lot more smoke towards the earlier end, so you might want to leave a little bit of room to add a few more chunks right at the end, so you have that smoke carrying with you all the way through. Guys, we are just about done here, waiting for our bread to cook up a little bit. You just want it crusty. You just want to be able to sop up some of all that juice that gets on the bottom, right? That's it, guys. You have a smoked Louisiana seafood boil that is going to make a hit with your friends and family. Literally. That's cool enough to grab just a little bit. We're going to add some of that juice right over the top. Look at that, can't beat it. Make this, guys. You saw how long it took. It takes about 30 minutes to cook. Give yourself about 15 minutes to prep. I'm Daniel Moznett with Cowboy Charcoal. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to BAMA-Q Live.